Being a new player to fighting games is probably one of the weirdest spots to be in. You're normally just mashing buttons, trying to play with friends, picking any random character that looks cool, but you're overall trying to figure out what's going to make your experience playing this game the most enjoyable thing. Now this could just be you're just new to a specific fighting game or just new to fighting games in general. And with me, I'm in the same boat. I am new to Guilty Gear Strive. I am new to Guilty Gear. Every genre of fighting game plays differently, and so we're all slowly working towards improving and getting better at the game. And so what I thought I should do is provide you guys 5 tips on how to improve in Guilty Gear Strive, or these things that I feel like that new players tend to not do or do when playing Guilty Gear Strive, because it's just a newbie thing to do. And we're going to get into it and start off with using your meter. This is an issue that I see myself tending to run into, and I also see a few people that I played with online tend to do as well, and that is we don't use our meter every round. If you guys didn't know, your meter resets every round. I know a lot of you guys come from Dragon Ball Fighters, and technically how a round will be in Dragon Ball Fighters is every time you kill your opponent's character on a team, everything resets back to neutral. You guys are starting off with all the meter that you had before you killed that character. Well, with Guilty Gear Strive, that's not the case. Your meter resets every round, giving you guys an equal opportunity to get the leverage on each other. And so a lot of times what this results in is that you probably could use your meter for something useful to help you win that last round, but for some reason you weren't thinking about using your meter. You were just so focused on trying to secure the round and inevitably securing the win. The only time I get a wall break combo and my opponent is splattered on the wall, I just hit a button to break the wall, but if I would have paid attention with me having meter in the corner, I would have noticed that I could have popped my super and ended the round there. But because I used just a regular button to break the wall, now we're resetting to neutral and I still haven't won the round yet. And normally sometimes that results into me losing that round. You stupid beggar. Don't be that person. Use your meter, because your meter is your best friend and you want to make sure that you use it because it's going to help you in the end. Next is monitor your wrist gauge. If you look under your burst gauge, which is the blue indicator right under your health bar, it says burst, you will notice that there is a little meter right under that. Once that thing maximizes and fills up, you will get a warning symbol beside that meter. What this means is that next time you get hit, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. If you are blocking the whole time or blocking too much, that meter will build up. And what this does is that it's promoting you to not turtle so much, like super defensively, because if you don't, the next time your opponent touches you, you are getting blown up. To give you guys a quick example of this, here's just a basic BNB combo from Chipp. It does 130 damage. Now watch with just the wrist meter slightly up, it does 157. Now this is, I believe, is from 50% risk, and this is 185. And then with the maximum risk, you do 210. Another thing you'll notice that when in the maximum risk, every hit that you take is a counter hit, so that means your opponent is able to do the biggest combos that they can on you. Next, we got the easiest thing that you could probably do, use the dash button. The dash button is a blessing. Now I'm still extremely used to double tapping forward to like advance forward quickly or to run in fighting games, but with the dash button it makes things so much easier because you're able to just instantly run and not maybe get a miss input, or you're able to extend ranges on your moves. And what I mean by this is, a good example would be with the spiral kick from Giovanna. If I just do normal input for her spiral kick, it will go a set distance, but if you do dash input her spiral kick, it will slightly dash you forward, but while you're dashing forward, Gio will still start the animation of her special move and allowing the distance of her special move to actually extend. This not only ties to special moves, but this ties to like your normal attacks as well. And what this does is that it makes the range of your moves very deceptive. Now I know that you people that don't be monitoring your wrist gauge and be blocking a lot and playing defensive, I know you're always hearing this on your screen. Hey yo, what the fuck? You're always hearing this because you know what? You keep turtling. Stop turtling. Turtling is a big thing that new players do when it comes to fighting games, because if you don't know what to do in neutral, if you don't know how to advance forward and stop your opponent from doing something that you're not used to, you end up getting very defensive and try to play extremely patient and turtling backwards. And what this does in Guilty Gear is that if you play super defensively walking backwards to the corner, what this does is that the negative penalty will start to pop up and you will start to lose meter. This is something you want to avoid because meter is your best friend in this game. You want to have meter to be able to do things because meter allows you to have access to RC, allows you to have access to super, and RC is extremely important to have because RC opens up so many different things for you. Stop turtling, stop walking backwards and putting yourself in negative situations because for one, your risk gauge is increasing and now you're getting negative bonus, so now you're taking more damage and you don't have any meter. For our fifth tip, we have Faultless Defense or Die. Faultless Defense is something specific for Guilty Gear, and a lot of you new players who are just new to fighting games or new to the Guilty Gear series, just like me, we didn't know what was the purpose of Faultless Defense. Well, now I understand that purpose, and the purpose of Faultless Defense is for one, be somewhat of a push block. What this means is that whenever your opponent attacks you while you have the green orb up, it will cause them to slowly push further away from you because the orb is pushing them off of you. Faultless Defense also prevents you from getting chipped out. But in order to use Faultless Defense, you must have the meter. And in order to have the meter, you can't be turtling. And you guys kind of see how all of this revolves around each other. Now, I know I said 5 tips, but I also have an extra one. We got a bonus for you. And that last one is RC is your best friend. You guys need to take the time to learn the RC system because RC allows you to do some cool and crazy shit in this game. Now, the main thing that everybody knows is the red RC. Red RC is normally used to extend combos, but RC has a lot of factors. You have yellow RC. That is when you're on the defensive and your opponent's about to attack you, and you're able to use that to essentially push them off. You have blue RC. Blue RC is when you're moving in neutral. Now there's more specific applications when it comes to the RC system, but that is the basic understanding I have. There is a mission mode that goes through all of the different RCs for you guys to get a basic understanding of it, and then you can always find people on YouTube or you can find people on social media providing a detailed description of how every RC works. Hopefully these tips do help you guys out who are new to Guilty Gear Strive and new to fighting games in general. I just want to help y'all try to get better at Strive, so if this does help, let me know in the comment section below. If you want more videos like this or you just want more Guilty Gear Strive content in general, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.